Alright, welcome back, boys. If you've never been here before, I like to build cool stuff, kind of hops around a little bit because I have ADD, but that's okay. So in this episode, we're gonna rebuild a set of carbs for a 1990 something Phazer 2. I believe the carbs are the same for the entire production run of these first gen Phazers. So, I guess right off the bat, when you're taking these apart, in my previous video, you can see that here. One thing you want to be careful of is the choke plungers are not attached and they can fall out into the bottom of the sled. And what you don't want to do is take that really tiny brass piece and then put it here, you know, so you don't lose it. And then a day later, slam the hood shut and hear a ting, 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 ting as it falls into the depths below. So already made a huge mistake. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find it. Probably just gonna try to buy another one. But what we're gonna do now is tear these down and rebuild them. So I'm actually building 3 Phazers this season, maybe more like 3.5. We'll see how far I get, but I did buy in bulk. I bought 4 carb kits. This is the part number. And I searched around on eBay until I found the cheapest price because I needed 4 of these kits and I didn't want to spend $40 a piece, so I got these for like 16 bucks. So, good deal. The other thing I want to talk about is if you don't have an ultrasonic cleaner, I've had really good luck with this Chem dip stuff. I mean, I've had the same can for probably 10 years now. I think this is a nice alternative to ultrasonics. It is pretty bad chemicals, but it does have a dip basket inside, so you don't need to get your hands down in that nastiness. Basically, you just take your carbs apart, chuck them in here for a night, and then clean them out the next day and throw them back together. Alright, you can see the insides of these things are absolutely disgusting. Look at that. I don't know if it's focusing, but this is kind of why I'm thinking I'd like to run cone filters if possible, because that is not filtration. That is nastiness. I don't know if this thing has been underwater. I haven't seen too much corrosion, but gross. 17 on the bottom here. Well, there isn't too much crap on the bottom of the bowls, so I guess that's good. Here's the brass choke plunger that fell into the bottom of the engine bay, so yeah, don't drop those. So what's weird about these Phazer carbs is there's 3 little holes here, and then there are these rubber plugs on the left 2 holes. There's also a little half moon cut out. That goes against the main tube here. I'll pull these O-rings out. Actually, it doesn't look too bad. Looks like it says 95 on these guys. Oh no. Looks like somebody stripped this main jet. That's... Alright boys, desperate times call for desperate measures. Here's a small easy out. Oh, it's working. All right, there we go. And yeah, that one is disgusting. Honestly, the rest of these cars look pretty clean, but I don't think whoever cleaned this last time got this guy out. I think they stripped it and left it in there. This is easily the grossest part of the carb I've seen so far, so hopefully we can get some new ones, because that one looks pretty screwed up. All right, now that we got those out, let's take out the floats. Alright, so the instructions don't make it real clear, but you want to pull on the side with 2 flats and push on the round side. Those also look brand new. Somebody's been in here not too long ago. All right, welcome back, guys. It's been a few days. I'm feeling pretty merry because it's the holidays, so cheers. We're gonna see if I can remember how to put this back together. One of you left a comment to pick up some jets and a pilot jet for my car because that is apparently a performance pipe. If anyone knows what it is, leave a comment in the below. I'll put a picture. Leave a comment in the below. Yeah, cheers, boys. So anyway, I was going to put these carbs together with the stock rebuild kit for this motor. However, I did want to show you guys this. For some reason, I have my snowmobile manual here. Mentions hovercrafts a lot, and there's this insert with a jetting on hovercraft engines. So what I'm running for a stock Phazer motor with a high perf engine is 148.8 for main jets, and then 110 for the pilot jets. All right, so let's get into this thing. Alright, so I actually took a couple days off from the car building because these little rubber plugs that go on the pilot jets, they're not simple vacuum plugs. They have a little bit of a narrowed down section and a wider section, and then they have this half moon shape kind of cut out the top of them. Not really sure if you can see it. I'll put a photo right here. Anyway, the price on these things shot up from $2 a piece to $7 to $8 a piece, which is, I mean, this costs less than 5 cents to make. So you're talking about when you have 4 Phazers like I do, and you want to redo all the carbs in one season, you're talking about $120 for 50 cents worth of little rubber parts. Well, I'm not doing that. So what I'm going to do instead is use this stuff called Sealant. I'll put a link down below in the comments, but basically this is gasoline resistant sealant, and we're just going to smear a little bit on there and jam them in there. I thought that initially the fuel would run through this little half moon cutout. It doesn't even look like it does that. So I'm just going to put it on the neck down section and jam it in there, and we'll see what happens. Alright, now that the floats are installed, it looks like there's some spec in the manual here. Place carburetor in vertical inverted position and measure the distance from the carburetor body edge to the float top. When making this adjustment, the float arm should be resting on the needle valve but not compressing it. So we need to measure from the edge of the carb body to the top of the float, and we're looking for 11 to 13 millimeters. That is 15.8. Looks like we got to pull the floats again and bend that tang. So this is the tang they're talking about, this little metal guy. We're going to just try to push down on that and get a little less pop on these floats. Alright, both the floats are within spec, 10 to 13 millimeters from this lip. So that should be all set. Now we just reinstall these fuel bowls, and the main jets should be good to go, boys. So the new gaskets for the fuel bowl look to be a little small, so I soaked them in some power steering fluid with seal conditioner in hopes of swelling them up a little bit. And then I'm going to stretch them out and see if we can get them to C tier. Alright, so I think I got one of these installed correctly. These are my secrets. Soak these things in power steering fluid with seal conditioner, stretch the hell out of them, and then what you're going to want to do is start on one side, but use your fingernail and really push it down into that groove and hope that it stays there. Just working my way around using my thumbnail to really jam that gasket down into that groove. It's sort of working. I got that thing jammed down there, sorta. So gonna make sure this is pretty clean. Just gonna push down and twist like a couple degrees just to really feel that it's seating. You really don't want to over torque these guys either. Ding, carbs are done. 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 Ding, carbs are done.
Would you like an apple pie with that? Would you like an apple pie with that?
I think these are ready to go now. I just need to change out the fuel lines and the sled, so I'm gonna do that quick, and then we'll be reinstalling these next episode and seeing if we can get this thing started. Cheers, thanks for watching, guys.